Hey, what's going on, everybody? Max here with BB, and today for 10 Minutes Max, we are going to be talking about some of the meme coin volatility that we saw this weekend, specifically around one of my favorites, Pepe. And if we have time, we'll dive into some other ones. Before we get into it, guys, do me a solid. Please consider liking and also subscribing. We are growing like crazy, and it's all thanks to your guys' consistent support of what we are building here at BB. First things first, this doesn't look bad, right? There's been a lot of noise this weekend because of this. All right. So there were some large accounts that were a little bit vocal about this sweep right here of the previous Pepe all-time high. And they were saying, okay, yep, this is a, deviation up here and, we're doomed. And I don't really agree with that. Like, I think that, I mean, for one, Pepe has been significantly leading the market. I mean, even going back, right? Like, let's just quickly pull up just to provide a little bit of context to actually how well Pepe has been doing, despite this local pullback. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. During the same period of time over here, you can see that both of them put in tops. Right on the same day, which was March 13th. Both went on to, have pretty prominent lows. Here, let me just actually make this a little bit bigger. All right. And you can see that, Pepe actually went on to make a new high where, Bitcoin is still, significantly off of its high. And I think that Bitcoin is going to go on to make a new high. I'm just pointing out that, Pepe's strength has been tremendous. It has been leading the market, not showing relative weakness like a lot of people have been pretty vocal about. So anyways, I think that it still looks good here. Like I mean, everybody just needs to kind of like look at this and go, all right, it rips harder and it dips harder. That's all that's happening here. So let's go back to Pepe and let's do a little bit more like high time frame context, right? Because I mean, this people they're really spooked by this, right? I've seen a lot of people drawing some pretty crazy things, indicating like, oh yeah, we're gonna go down here, and that's certainly not my belief right now because I think that where the market is at doesn't really align with Ethereum beta, which is ultimately what Pepe is, or Doge beta performing like that. Okay. So, anyways, we dip harder, we rip harder. One more little set of local TA. This was a big deviation up here. Okay. I view this right here. This is our range high. Okay. This was a deviation, like no question about it. Pretty sure Hasaka had a tweet and it just kind of like pushed us up. Derivatives went crazy. This, in my opinion, is like a serious accumulation under here. And how I view it is like we've come back, we've been reaccumulating basically since the middle of March. And I know this is kind of goofy. I like to say this. This is your mega demand. Okay. So I guess it's possible, we could, do something like this, come back down into mega demand, but I do expect us to hold this. Like this is a serious accumulation right here. I wouldn't be too concerned at this point. All right, but let's zoom out a little bit and we'll provide some higher time frame context. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna throw up one of our favorites. All right, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna throw up Doge, king of meme coins. All right, the Bitcoin of meme coins, the OG meme coin, the one that made all of this possible. All right, so you guys know that we've been comparing Doge and Pepe for quite some time, right? Um, and for a lot of different reasons. But let's actually pull up the 3-day, get a little bit more data. Okay. In my opinion, this is just a totally normal, healthy like pullback here. Okay. And I don't really see a whole lot to be concerned about. When you look at this on the weekly time frame, I think it helps provide a little bit of clarity because local volatility can certainly be gut wrenching, but this is just kind of nothing. Like you look at this and you're like, what's everyone freaking out about? Contextually, we're probably somewhere in here or in here, and you're just kind of waiting, right? Like we're above, like look at this perfect retest, previous all-time high for Pepe. You bounce off of it, you V recover. Things are looking really strong. In my opinion, Bitcoin and ETH are getting ready to rip to new highs. And you see a little bit of a local pullback, and people are just kind of freaking out. And I get it. it can be tough to stomach. But I look at this and I go, after a markup like this we had in February and March for Pepe, and then a perfect all-time high retest, like why would you expect that like this would suddenly like not hold and we would just like roll over here? And then also, with Bitcoin and ETH looking the way that they do, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. So again, I think locally, right, like you could maybe lose some levels and come back a little bit if we wanted to, once again zoom in a little bit. If we want to view this as a range of some sort, we could maybe view, I mean, again, I don't even like it from there. I like it from here. So if we wanted to look at this as a range, we could say, all right, if you were to lose this range, right, where would you go? Well, you'd probably do this, retest the range high, and then come back down to the mid range, and then you'd probably move back up, right? I don't really think that this is on the table again, unless Bitcoin and ETH just completely puke, but that's not my bias here at all. So, not really leaning towards that so much. But anyways, let's zoom back out, and actually what I would like to do now is I would like to pull up some pairs, okay? I'd like to pull up some pairs. We're just doing a quick little update. It's Monday. Pepe USD divided by, let's start with ETH USD, and then we're going to move over to another one, okay? So I'll redraw this here. That's fine. So here's Pepe denominated in ETH, right? So Pepe is on Ethereum. Pepe is ETH beta, which is why we care about it. So when I look at this chart, I mean, I see a couple things. One, I think it makes sense to go back and even identify like where we broke out from, right? We were super bullish Pepe, and in my opinion, the chart looked good. You could draw it like that or that, whatever. But there's basically like this falling little channel on Pepe ETH, and just for those that are newer here, okay, we do a lot of pair trading. This is bleeding down. ETH is a better hold. Okay, this pair is moving up. Pepe is a better hold, right? So you're just basically swapping back and forth between holding ETH and holding Pepe. But anyways, where are we at right now? So again, I look at this region right here, and I mean, this looks just like textbook, right? We are on the 3-day time frame. 3-day close, all-time high, big wick, big sell-off. You come back after marking up, retest that level, and now we're moving up again, right? So in my opinion, as long as you hold this region, ultimately somewhere around here, right? All you're doing is just stair stepping up. I don't really care so much what Pepe USD does. Like I want it to go up and it will, but all I care is that it's performing its L1, which is ETH, right? So if we come back here, again, it could bleed a little bit more, do something like this, and then up, right? What we're doing right here is we're just printing consecutive, like here's your low, here's your high, here's your higher low, higher high, probably higher low, higher high. We're just it from a higher time frame technical perspective. There's nothing to worry about here, right? It's a bull market. The assumption is you want to hold volatile crypto assets, not cash. So you're either going to be like in safe majors like a Bitcoin or an ETH or a Sol. And then when you want to put your foot down, pedal to the metal, you swap into beta. And Pepe is the premier Ethereum beta, right? So you're either holding Pepe or you're holding ETH. And in my opinion, like this chart looks great. Pepe ETH looks fantastic. If you've been holding Pepe instead of ETH, you've been doing tremendously well. And at this point, we could come down here, put in another higher low, and then mark up again, and everything looks totally fine. So again, I don't see the reason for all this concern. I think I think they're kind of cherry picking local data, very low time frame sets of price action, and just kind of getting loud on the timeline, right? So now let's take a look at Pepe USD divided by Doge USD. Okay. Reason for this again is Doge is the king. Doge is the king of meme coins, right? If your meme coin is not consistently outperforming that of Doge, why hold it? Just hold Doge because it's been around longer, it's safer, more decentralized, whatever. So here's Pepe Doge. Quick little reminder. This chart is moving down. Doge is a better hold than Pepe. This chart is moving up. Pepe is a better hold than Doge. And when I say better, I just mean like from a trader's perspective, how are these rotations taking form, right? For this time being, right, it would have made more sense to hold Doge. For this time being, it would make more sense to hold Pepe. Okay. So once again, Doge is sort of our benchmark. How are we gauging performance? Well, I look at this again, 3 days. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, beautiful little deviation of this previous high, high right here, 3-day close. And again, similar to Ethereum, right? Low, higher low. Mark this out even, as a high, higher high, higher high. Like we're probably just going to keep doing this, right? And moving up. So I look at this and I go, the market structure is still completely intact, right? And furthermore, Doge Pepe, simply put, just needs to hold that level, right? So we broke out, came back, retested that level, this really hot 3-day level. And now if we come back and retest this level and put in a higher low, everything looks fine. So people, I just don't understand what people are so concerned about. And look at this. This chart looks totally fine here. It looks totally fine. Let's maybe talk targets quickly and then we'll move on here. So we'll draw a range from like the Pico top all-time high. I would say let's just take it to the low right here, and then let's throw on a mid-range so we get that nice bit of interaction. Right. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. So this is this is basically my view for the Pepe Doge pair, right? And I'll pull up Doge over here on the right and we'll look at where we're at right now. So here is Doge over on the right, and here's Pepe Doge. So what are we expecting here? Well, in my opinion, we just broke out finally above the Doge Pepe, all-time high right here. And what I would expect is for this region to hold, even if we come back to it, I would expect this 1.618 at least. So from here on the Pepe Doge pair, it would be at least, let's just say 150 to 200%, somewhere in that region. Okay. And my target for Doge is literally $1 this cycle. Like I think Doge to $1 is not a meme. Okay. So I think the Doge could get to $1. So what does this pair mean, right? If this is Doge right now, which by the way, Doge looks really good right here. This is Doge USD. If we're expecting Doge from current levels to go up 400% at least, which would take it just shy of $1. And $1 would ultimately be like 500%, 570%. And we're expecting Pepe to go up like 2 or 3x against Doge, right? That's how you have to look at these pairs. So if Doge is going to go up, let's just use round numbers, okay? If Doge is going to go up 500% and Pepe Doge is going to go up 200%, all right, which is a 3x, right? 100% would be, it doubles. 200% would be it triples. Okay. So if Doge is going to go up 500% and Pepe Doge is going to go up 200%, again, we're just kind of rounding, then you have to take 500% times 200%. Okay. So that's going to be well over a 10x. All right. That's for Pepe USD. So again, Doge goes up 5x, Pepe Doge goes up 200% or 3x. It's actually closer to 15x, okay? Then the implication of that is that Pepe USD goes up 15x. All right, that's how these pairs work. So when I look at this, I go, I'm really trading Doge ultimately. And if I'm trading Doge, then I should take note to the Doge Pepe pair, which is beta. And if I think that the Doge Pepe pair can go up here, go to the 1.618, which is a 200% move, and my target for Doge is, 500% higher, then all I'm doing is I'm basically just taking note to Doge and Doge beta and going, I'm trading Bitcoin ultimately. And how Bitcoin does determines how Doge does. And how Doge does is going to determine how Pepe does. So it's like just this big chain of beta, and you have to know what you're actually trading. So I look at this and I go, why are people so nervous about this chart, which is like locally holding its trend even right here? It looks totally fine. When we have like the Doge Pepe pair above previous all-time highs, and Doge USD looks like it's basically just bear flagging, coiling for a big move higher. I don't see what there is to be bearish about. Like we had a weekend sell off, no big deal. If we start breaking high time frame levels, like if this chart does something like this and we nuke down here and come back under, then we do a complacency shoulder right here, then it might be time to get bearish. But right here, after a weekend sell off, when Doge Pepe is clearly above its previous all-time high and Doge USD looks like this, I don't know. I don't see it. I'm still pretty bullish here, guys. I think the charts look good. So you got to understand this game is not for the faint of heart. There's going to be volatility. There's going to be FUD. There's going to be weekend sell-offs. But if you can stay the course and you can respect the levels on the higher time frame, It's going to be tough to beat you. Before you go, if you could please consider liking and also subscribing, that would be fantastic. And last but not least, check out the links in the description below. The first one will take you to our website where you can sign up for our Discord. Right now, what you can expect is over 2.5 hours per day. 2 calls, total 2.5 hours per day of private live voice calls with the entire BB team, myself included, where basically we talk every morning and every afternoon about what's going on in these markets. We talk charts, price, setups, news, everything that you need to know to succeed in these markets. We also do Q&A, so we can communicate basically 24/7. There is no service out there like it. You will see once you're in there, it's unparalleled. Okay. And also a bit of a bonus, in the next 30 days, you're going to get free access included in your existing Discord membership to our new flagship product called the BB Terminal, guys. It's absolutely fantastic. It's got portfolio tracking, derivatives data, heat map, literally everything that you need to succeed in these markets, all bundled together into one super website, guys. It is absolutely fantastic. And you're going to get it for free, included in your existing Discord membership. So coming very, very soon for no additional cost for our members. Also, check out the second link in the description below. If you want to learn all of our strategies, me and the rest of the Because Bitcoin team, we put together the BB Academy, which is our masterclass series on everything you need to know in TA and FA. We can save you a lot of time and money learning the wrong strategies by basically expediting your journey towards navigating these markets through learning the right things. Okay, it's very fairly priced right now. We share everything that we've used to succeed as individuals and collectives in these markets: TA, FA, psychology, literally everything that you need to know. We drown out all the noise. So again, if you want to speed run your educational journey in these markets, learn to master the arts of TA, FA, and trading psychology, guys, check out the second link in the description below. Prices are going up very soon on our masterclass, the BB Academy, guys. Join sooner rather than later. But guys, thanks so much for being here. This is 10 Minutes Max, brought to you by BB. We went way over, as we always do. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Take care.